my first video on the good old YouTube, so I'm a novice, so bear with me. But the reason I want to do it is I want to talk about an illness called ME, or CFS, as sometimes it's called, chronic fatigue syndrome. And I want to give you a little insight of how I deal with it, because I've had it now, let's think, been diagnosed since I was 16, had symptoms since I was 12, and I'm now 24. So yeah, I've almost been ill longer than I've been healthy. The joys. But after a good couple of years of working and studying and doing all that cool things that all the cool kids are doing nowadays, you know. Over the last few days I've had pretty bad relapse, and it's a pretty lonely time when you don't have anyone to talk to about it. So I had a look on the good old YouTube, and there's not much on there really. Gazillion makeup tutorials. Hello, I am a makeup artist. As much as I love these things, yeah, there's just too much of them. So I thought I'd do this as a bit of a video diary type thing, just to let you guys see how I deal with it. And if I help at least one person, then that's good enough for me. Oh, phone. We'll leave that. I'm a bit busy. Oh, where to begin? So, as I said, I've been ill since I was 16. For the first few years, it was a bit like having a cold. It was there. I dealt with it. It didn't really impact on my life very much. And it wasn't until I was 17, possibly 18, I lose track. And I was at the park with my mum, my dad and my niece. My niece was 3 at the time. And I was on the slides. I was having a great old time, you know. And then I got home and in the car, tried to get the car and couldn't move. I literally could not move my head off the seat. My dad had to carry me in to the house. After that, I was bedbound and I was in a wheelchair for about 2 years. 2.5 years, something like that. Around about 2021. And then I got a bit better, went and got a job. Lasted 4 months and then I relapsed again. Had a bit of a break. Went and worked in a place called Butlins, which is down the very bottom of England, which is 600 miles away from me since I'm in the middle of Scotland. Packed up all my stuff, went down there, started a job and lived down there. Luckily, because my colleagues and my manager were fantastic about my illness, I managed to stay there for about a couple of seasons. And then I decided it was time to come home. I'd had enough. So I came home, started studying my beauty therapy, which I did. Then after that I went to the middle of England and studied to become a makeup artist, which I recently just finished at the start of December. So everything was great in the land of me. And then it went a bit downhill. Boxing Day. Oh, the love of Boxing Day. You know, that crappy day after Christmas, where none of the shops are open and you're left with the horrible leftovers and presents presents can't wait to get to take back the shop. I had a tightness in my chest and I couldn't breathe. I really couldn't breathe. But I put it down to anxiety. Mum was helping me. Mum thought it was anxiety as well. So we put it down to that. The next day, the same thing happened. So Mum rang the doctor, who rang the paramedics, who came down in his little ambulance to take some tests. Apparently everything was alright, but my ME had came back quite rapidly. Not that it had gone away, because it never really goes away, it just gets bearable. But this time it was unbearable. Coupled with that, apparently all the stress of my course, here I am. Here, mess, in my pyjamas, on the World Wide Web. Yeah, So hopefully these videos I'm going to tell you what I go through on a day-to-day basis, tell you some of the stuff that I take to try and help it, and just show you what I do and what I don't do. Yeah, so maybe you'll get some secrets as well. Quite cool sitting talking to this camera. Doesn't answer back. Anyway, so that's my first video. It's a little bit of introduction. I'm sorry if it was all over the place. As I said, it's my first video. I do talk a lot. This doesn't help with my Scottish accent. Never mind. Well, speak to you later.